Here we go. Let's have the hard conversation. This is a post from the pastor's wife. The last pastor that I kind of got to know at Salem First Church of the Nazarene. So let's read what it says. I'm trying to use the magnifier and the recorder at the same time. To put Israel's war with Iran in perspective, Russia, the biggest country in the world with one of the largest militaries in the world, has been at war with Ukraine, a much smaller country, for over 3 years, has lost over 1 million soldiers, and has barely achieved any of its war objectives. Israel, on the other hand, brought the Iranian regime to its knees, a country almost 75 times its size, in just a few days, without losing a single soldier. The miracles Israel has seen in this war are biblical, messianic, and absolutely mind-blowing. There is no question the hand of God, notice it has a hyphen, is at work here. And whose side is he on? Capitalized He. So thank you, God. And that was, I have no idea, somebody who lives in Jerusalem, and Jerry McGarrah has been to Jerusalem numerous times, taking people over there and taking money over there and whatever support the church has provided. I think we give more to Israel than we probably do to our local community. And I said nope. It's worth noting that Israel is participating in a genocide triggered when Musk funded Hamas with MAGA money. Why are we supposed to feel better when Israel's at war with its neighbors? Do you really think the Good Samaritans Jesus talked about should be bombed to sell land for seaside resorts? Israel didn't win that war. They just distracted us from the war crimes their children are bragging about committing. How much damage do you think you are doing by using your position of authority in the church to justify killing children? Zionists openly talk about how they need to kill Palestinian children so their lineage won't survive. I don't condone what Les did when he spit on your husband. That's a different story. But why didn't we listen to Les when he said Boeing would drop a plug from the sky? He was a whistleblower. How are we Nazarenes the good guys while our elders endorse very unneighborly conduct? Ben Netanyahu is a war criminal, and I don't see a difference between him and Putin at the moment. Both are killing children and bragging about it. When did Jesus ordain killing babies for politics? Posts like this make the Church of the Nazarene vulnerable to class action. Kenneth Gray and Misty Guile are people I've been tagging, so you can hold me accountable for what I say. I think Dave did a great job dealing with my grandpa, Lauren Anderson, and Juanita's grandma in their final days, and I can't fault you for anything I heard along the way. But I testified that Musk funded Hamas to excuse Ben Netanyahu's war by allowing his own people to be slaughtered. This is Squid Game applied. I thought Nazarenes were better than this. The Bible doesn't say kill babies in 2025 while their parents work at hospitals. The Bible doesn't say kill Iranians in 2025 to distract from Qatar's bribe, distract Trump, whatever. The Bible doesn't say in 2025 we should be killing anyone. And you're not speaking with the authority of God when you endorse killing people for profit. The financial profit, not the profit in the Bible. Sue Keith, I don't know who she is, so I should probably, I don't know. How can you call it genocide when the number of Palestinians in the region have grown over the last 7 decades that Israel has been in their biblical homeland? How do I call it genocide? Because, okay, so I reply. Like hunters cull deer, we should endorse killing Palestinians? How do people who claim to have Jesus in their heart endorse killing Samaritans, whether good or bad? Israel is the name of a country run by Ben Netanyahu. Jews are the humans, and they are found worldwide. Are we treating humans like zebra? If they aren't in their place, we fly them via helicopter back to their owner. And I put in the YouTube clip where the escaped zebra got airlifted back. I do appreciate your acknowledgement that Israel has been at war with its neighbors for 70 years, which is why the OP was kind of silly. This is an earlier post, an earlier reply, because whatever. The Church of the Nazarene becomes complicit and liable with each post like this. What will the Church of the Nazarene do when a class action comes against the assets of the church to pay for the crimes the church is committing by egging on a war as a not-for-profit who is supposed to be doing good things in the community? Christine Duvall is a state employee. When I say the Church of the Nazarene might need to be bankrupted to stop MAGA, this is the stuff I'm talking about. We the people and the Church of the Nazarene are not a profit, are not defined. We the people and the Church of the Nazarene are as a defined not-for-profit under IRS codes are different things. When the Church of the Nazarene is firing the man who baptized my children to hide, they refused a Boeing whistleblower and me, a MAGA whistleblower. This is the reason there are people right now trying to figure out if we the people need to sue the Church of the Nazarene for the damage they are doing by promoting war. ORPAC was served a couple of weeks ago with papers calling out this issue. I'm streaming this conversation on Twitch and as allostasis and slowly exposing the class action coming against Kaiser Permanente, the state of Oregon, and the Church of the Nazarene for the harm they have done using MAGA for war. To silence people like us back, I'm not endorsing violence. I'm understanding that when people see violence coming, they tend to act scared. Trump derangement syndrome is being used as a slur, but what it really does is identify who MAGA has already hurt. I won't be suing anyone alone. Either the class action comes as a class action, or as a class, we the people, we take action so this type of propaganda isn't used to kill our children. A president who prides himself on raising the price of insulin, tariffing insulin, taking away Medicaid, destroying businesses, farms, families across this nation, doesn't get to speak with the authority of Jesus. Jesus did not endorse genocide. The only reason people are still able to talk like this is because we have created a financial system that regards flat earthers and science deniers at the expense of our neighbors and our children and our own morality. Jews are human. Anti-Semitism doesn't apply to calling genocide a genocide. It is our U.S. logo that is on those bombs killing children when their parents go to work as doctors in hospitals, and then the IDF soldiers go to the social media and proudly tell us why they have to kill the children too. Les Back shouldn't have spit on anyone, but it's posts like this that will bankrupt the Church of the Nazarene. Perhaps the Church of the Nazarene should give up their NPO status so they can endorse the war they are encouraging while Jesus weeps. I said, it's hard to hear the truth. It's easier to live among people who endorse war when you believe that war is ordained by God. I said, testifying. It's an annoying magnifying thing. Testifying that MAGA is a criminal organization doesn't make me crazy. Warning a Nazarene pastor's wife that a class action is coming because of the church promoting a criminal organization doesn't make me crazy. I'm not going to finish that movie. That way I don't have to associate you with that movie. It's currently listed on the website. If you have something to say about MAGA, just don't expect people like me to be silent. MAGA is killing people and we are supposed to be allowed to talk about it. But MAGA uses people like you to shame people like me away from educating people who are reading this thread and not commenting. He says something about reporting me to Facebook. Why would you report me to Facebook? You have the ability to unfriend me. I'm stepping away and only coming back here once a day. Tomorrow I hope I don't see you promoting the criminal organization I testified against. I've been to jail for what I posted on Facebook. Shelley Aschenbrenner is the one who defended me. I truly have no idea why you would imply I'm doing anything wrong by messaging here and speaking the truth that people don't know. We wouldn't be at war with the world if people like me hadn't been too scared to talk publicly because of MAGA death threats. Tomorrow Sunday, I'll be back Monday, and I truly hope I don't see anyone supporting MAGA and expecting me to be quiet about testifying against MAGA. It's kind of like expecting those girls who accused Clinton of rape being asked to be quiet, being asked to quit talking about what happened to them. Today, I was posting a video about Hillsborough. The rest was in my feed. And here's a previous video that I made. I'm not very good at this whole video thing. I can't see very well. And I'm not trying to, I've been so worried about offending people that we're now living in a world where my church openly endorses war and can't understand that you can't cull people like you cull deer. Even, frankly, deer and the whole culling deer thing, they're bringing bears back and cougar back to places so that they can cull the deer. Alright, I think that's enough. Let me come here, hit stop, and I'll post this.